Hi Stacy, I thought maybe making a video would be easiest, so sometimes it's easier to watch. So the first thing we wanted to go over, I believe, was looking at Lexile scores. So all we're going to do is we're going to go down here right now, and we are going to go and we're going to look at the gradebook. And I had to teach myself to do this because in the beginning I used to sort of fumble around and not know where to look. So if you look here up the top, you can see that reading skills is highlighted in the orange, but what we really want to look at is reading level. So we're going to click over to the reading level view of the gradebook. And the easiest way to go and look at this is to actually go to the learning path, and you can see from their initial diagnostic where all of their Lexile measures fell. So as they progress and they do more and more Lexile tests, you'll be able to see if there is actually progression in an up or downward trend. But for now, there's only one. But so let's take, we'll take Maurice, for example. So Maurice scored an 811 on his Lexile, and we can actually go over and we can view progress. So as he goes and he scores, you'll be able to see trends that are up and down. So this is where you can see it. You can also see it under all assignments if you'd like. If you want to go under all assignments, you'll be able to see Lexile measures here as well over time. But the learning path is a pretty easy way. So what you want to do is you want to toggle between reading skills in the gradebook and reading level in the gradebook. And that should allow you to go ahead and see all that. And you can also export the data if you'd like, or you can see more gradebook tools and you can look at different criteria as well for searching. So let's say you wanted to search by certain level of criteria, you could go do that. The other thing I believe you were asking was that if we could go and actually reset their initial diagnostics. So the answer is yes. But before I show you how to do that, if we actually go and we pretend that we're a student, we go up to reading level. I went ahead earlier and I took the initial diagnostic. So I can actually go through and I can review it if we want to review it. And I did, I think, like 10 of the questions. So I did a couple of the questions. These are all the ones I didn't do, and it actually gives me the right answer. And then what happens is that once they take the initial Lexile Locator test, these settings and these readings down here will actually go and they will adjust to the Lexile measure. So I got a 212 because I didn't finish the test. But so all of these will be Lexile Locator tests are in the 200 level. But what's nice about this area is that it's adaptive, meaning that even if they took an initial Lexile Locator test, as soon as they go down here and take one of these seriously, and or they do better or worse, the whole system will readapt to give them new Lexile Locator placements. So they can go through all of these and the entire thing will slowly start going and tracking. So their tracking will be better and better over time. Now, if you really want to go through and you want to delete the initial diagnostic and let them do it all over again, the way you'd want to do that is to go down here to Activities Manager. And so in this particular instance, we want to choose Actions, Settings per Student. We want to hit Go. Right now, we only want to maybe change for one student. We don't want the entire class to be able to do it again. So we'll hit Add or Remove Students for the list. So say Zandra, we'd want to add her. We want to click OK. And now we can see everything that applies to Zandra. So we'll be able to actually go remove her from the initial Lexile Locator test, and therefore either that or we can unassign it for her. But if we go and we remove her and then we remove this initial Lexile Locator test, we'll be able to go back and she can do it again. It doesn't really matter either way. Even if Zandra goes back and she originally did a bad job, she can go take another one of these Lexile Locator tests and it will readjust her score appropriately. So the entire point of doing the Lexile Locator is that pretty much so you can see tracking and progress over time. And that's why when you go to Learning Path, the View Progress chart is so important. And if you ever want to see if it works, you can always log back in as your student ID, and you can go check on that as well. Okay, I think that answered the question, and I hope you like the video. If you like the videos, I'll send more of them. Otherwise, I can always type the emails, but sometimes it's just easier to see it. And I hope you're doing well. If you need me for anything, just give me a call.